Well, good Sunday morning. I'm meteorologist Kid Alexander here for the StormTrack 5 team. Let's talk about what we can expect today. So there's been a little bit of up and down with the fluctuation of models and what we could expect with showers and storms. And we are seeing some showers and storms, but thankfully they are below severe limits, meaning winds gusting up to 60. Not seeing that, at least in the valleys this morning. But I do want to zoom into a couple features and talk about those. So if you're watching me live today, let's talk about that. Let's zoom on into the Kingsport area. You do see some showers and storms now that are pushing off to the east of Kingsport. Some areas of heavier rain there located with the areas of red, oranges, and the yellows this morning. So heads up if you're in Bristol, Bluntville. This area of heavier rain, some strong wind gusts are heading your way. And as you look back to the north and west there, Wise County, also seeing that line of showers and possibly a thunder shower as well, but otherwise mainly just the heavy areas of rain and some winds this morning. Let's kind of take a look at what we call storm relative velocities. This measures the wind speed and the direction. And I apologize, I'm not sure why my camera is not showing up as well, but that's okay. We'll just kind of continue to talk about what's on graphics here. So you do see in the brighter reds there, this is winds moving away from radar. The potential of at least 2-3-ish thousand feet above the surface. The potentials there looks like for winds gusting up to 40 to 50. So I wouldn't be surprised to see perhaps some sporadic wind gusts up to 45, as some of this may very well mix to the surface. Here's a look at satellite and radar this morning. You're seeing the area of rain and potential winds gusting up to 45 there just west of Bristol. Also a look at Scott County. You see areas of moderate rain as well, especially eastern parts of Scott County. Let's talk about northeast Tennessee right now. That area of heavier rain is also heading towards Bristol, but no severe storms as of now, so some good news there. We'll pan back out, just talk about this briefly. Look at that area of low pressure and that cold front responsible for all the mess of severe weather that you see in the south. Notice there's tornado watch boxes extending from Atlanta, points south and east, and also South Carolina. There's one tornado warning in effect just south of Charlotte, but that line of showers and storms is much more severe to the south of that warm front. So one thing that did change in comparison to what models perhaps were showing yesterday, the placement of that warm front. I know it happens here a lot where, we'll see showers and storms kind of weaken as they come into the southern Appalachians and the mountains, as you already know. But one thing that is kind of changed maybe a little bit with models here is the placement of that warm front. It's a little bit too far to the south. So that more unstable area, the instability, that storm fuel, mainly south of that warm front today. So that keeps the main severe weather coverage to the south. However, we're still in low-end severe weather alert mode, just for the areas of heavier rain and downpours, which could cause some isolated flash flooding, especially in some of those flood-prone areas, and wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour for most of the valleys, but winds in the mountains from Johnson to southeast Carter going up to 60 to 80 mile per hour winds for this afternoon. So keep that in mind, especially with some of these showers as they roll through. For that reason, we're keeping Severe Threat Tracker in the high category for today. Wind advisories are also in place here for pretty much area-wide. Includes all the southwest Virginia counties and northeast Tennessee also under those wind advisories, but you do see those high wind warnings for the potential of winds gusting up to 80 there in the orange from Johnson to southeast Green. This is for today through the evening hours. Here's the expected wind gusts for the Tri-Cities today. Now, this is outside of those showers and thunder showers that are rolling through around the airport and around Bluntville right now, but outside of that, we'll still see winds gusting easily to 25 and even 35 miles per hour. The better chance of some flooding potential and elevated risk to the east of the Tri-Cities area today. Otherwise, parts of southwest Virginia does have a little bit of that elevated risk as well. Let's talk about that hourly planner. It looks like temperatures are going to be continuing to be, I'll add, quite mild this morning with temperatures in the 60s. Your better chance of showers, some thunder showers rolling through this morning with those winds gusting to 45 and some heavy areas of rain. Otherwise, notice those temperatures are going to cool off a little bit this evening back to the 50s, but hey, nothing too crazy for this time of year. Overnight lows tonight will be right around 44 degrees or so. Let me see if I can jump on to the Facebook stream here and see if we have any comments, concerns, or questions about today's forecast. Anyway, right now, 44 degrees for the overnight low is what we're expecting. And tomorrow, expect cooler temperatures. We'll be back into the 50s for highs, but not too bad of weather for this time of year. So highs in the 50s and a mix of clouds, some sunshine by the afternoon. A better chance of maybe a few scattered showers early in the day for tomorrow. Here's a look at Kingsport. Most of the heavy rain and the wind now pushed east of Kingsport, but still getting some heavy areas of rain around the Kingsport area. 58 degrees. Southwest winds 20, gusting up closer to 30. All right, let's continue to time out this next weather maker. Another thing that's changed since yesterday is the Storm Prediction Center has moved that level 2 risk from western North Carolina points east. Doesn't include the Tri-Cities area today like it did yesterday. So a little bit of good news. That means the threat for anything severe is a little bit more isolated. Then notice, Monday that threat completely diminishes. As we go through the morning, you'll be continuing with some of those scattered showers, and I can slow it back down here and kind of wind it back maybe. Maybe you'll let me. Yeah, perhaps not. Anyway, you'll be dealing with some of those showers, heavier areas of rain for this morning up into afternoon, and then notice for the afternoon and evening, a chance of a few scattered showers, but definitely more isolated. For your Monday, starting out with a chance of scattered showers, but becoming drier for the day, a mix of clouds, some sunshine breaking out as well, temperatures in the 50s. Then we see this cold front really start to move through for the Tuesday time frame, with that area of showers, a potential thunder shower as well for Tuesday, but it looks like the threat not quite as high as what we have today. There is still a chance, especially with these heavy areas of rain, could have some isolated flash flooding. That would be the main threat at this point, especially in flood-prone areas, because with this system, we've seen totals with what we've already had and what we're expecting, adding up anywhere between a half an inch to an inch today. But overall, 2, 3, 4 inches plus for some of the mountains of western North Carolina. That would be the heavier risk of some flash flooding. Otherwise, in the Tri-Cities, a medium threat, just an elevated threat overall, and maybe some winds gusting to 45. You notice we're talking about a potential half an inch to an inch more of rain, at least till about the noontime hour. Locally, 2 inches more for western North Carolina. High temperatures are the other thing that's really going to change. Take a look at that. Ooh, okay, so from the 60s today, 50s this evening, 50s Monday and Tuesday, and the bottom just kind of falls out on these temperatures, so to speak, by Wednesday and Thursday. Highs only in the 40s and the 30s, so yeah, the new year is looking kind of chilly. Here's a look at that extended forecast. Cooling off to the 40s for New Year's and keeping a chance of some cool rain around, some scattered showers developing again Tuesday as well. And those highs are turning colder, 30s for Thursday, Friday, into next weekend. Overnight lows turning cold as well, well below freezing, back down to the 20s. All right, well, we'll keep y'all updated today. If anything changes or if we have any isolated warnings, I'll let you know. I'll keep an eye on radar. For the meantime, if y'all have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat. And if I get a chance to do another one of these streams today, I'll try to get my camera back up here where it'll show up. Anyway, y'all have a great morning, and keep an eye out to the sky for some of those showers and thunder showers. Some strong winds gusting up to 45 in the valleys until the noontime hour. And until later on, we'll see y'all this evening on the shows on News 5 WCYB.